Now let's take everything that we've talked over already and let's see what changes the fish populations. Now we can come back to the fish populations. Based on the previous data sets and trends, we should be able to understand why fish populations maybe went up or down. Let's recap what this data set has to include. 8 types of fish to record, 6 locations to consult, and they did the test over 10 years from 2004 to 2013. The fish are Atlantic silverside, blue crab, ctenophora, striped bass, banded killfish, pumpkin seed, spot-tail shiner, and sunfish. Notice the color of the text representing that fish. The color of the text of the fish represents the line color that I will use in the graphs. So for example, the pumpkin seed would be represented by a red line, the ctenophora would be represented by a purple line, and so on. I will be briefly noting out basic trends in the graphs. So let's start with Becsac, the lowest town. The Atlantic silverside, which is represented by the gray line, was the main fish here. The Atlantic silverside was low in 2004, 2005, and 2006, but it shot up in 2007. Notice that the salt was high. And in 2011 with Hurricane Irene. Maybe it pushed the Atlantic silverside towards these towns, which made it more populous. The other fish don't seem to be as abundant, although there were 20 striped bass in 2004 on a sunny day. Blue crab, striped bass, and ctenophora small pops are in 2007. Notice that the salt was high. 2010, it was cool and foggy. And in 2013, average salt and was disturbed by Hurricane Sandy. Spot-tail shiner also makes a small appearance, as we can see by the green line. Here's some basic trends for what happened in Becsac. The Atlantic silverside is the main fish here, who varies with the salt and the wind. The other fish aren't really as popular here. In 2013, the effects of Hurricane Sandy might have pushed the Atlantic silverside somewhere else, but the other fish more towards Becsac. The next town up is Piermont. The Atlantic silverside was a big fish in Piermont, more than Becsac. There were lots of them in 2004. It was a warm day, but the numbers decreased over wet days until 2007 when it went back up again and the salt was high. Other fish are pretty average, bouncing up and down. Then the Atlantic silverside went down in 2008, and then it went up in 2011 after Hurricane Irene, which puzzled me, and then it decreases down to less than 10. I think this was due to Hurricane Sandy. Then all of a sudden, the ctenophora jumps up to 548, off the charts. This really got me thinking. Maybe Sandy pushed the ctenophora closer to Piermont, but pushed the Atlantic silverside away. Here's some basic trends for Piermont. The Atlantic silverside is again the main fish here. It is very high, and higher than a town lower than Piermont. Blue crab and striped bass are bouncing up and down. Ctenophora hops up in 2009, and strong winds which might have pushed them closer to Piermont. And 2013 jumps up to 548. Sandy must have shifted a whole bunch of ctenophora to Piermont. This is unbelievable. Next is Beacon. No fish in 2004. No ctenophora or Atlantic silverside at all either. Blue crab and banded killfish made a hop in 2009. Strong winds. Striped bass, pumpkin seed, and spot-tail shiner all make a jump in 2007. Notice that the salt was the highest. Spot-tail prospering in 2010, 2011, and 2012. Striped bass jumps up in 2012. Mist and rain after dry summer. Basically a mixture of fish going up and down at different times. Here are some basic trends for Beacon. The pumpkin seed hops up in 2007. The salt was highest then. Striped bass and spot-tail shiner are prospering normally. The blue crab and banded killfish hop up in 2009 with their only major appearance at Beacon, strong winds. And Beacon's data is just variable fish in varied amounts at different times. Next is Nori Point. No fish in 2004. It was a warm day. All of the fish are here except Atlantic silverside and ctenophora. This place is interesting because sunfish makes a very large appearance, and its only appearance, with the highest of 233 in 2007. Salt was average. But then the sunfish loses numbers in 2009 as the salt was high. Banded killfish sort of follows the sunfish. He decreases with strong winds, rain and fog, and Hurricane Irene. All that stuff probably blew banded killfish around a lot. Spot-tail shiner is high in 2005. Hurricane Tammy probably pushed him around. He makes a jump in 2011, probably due to Hurricane Irene. And pumpkin seed is big in 2006. Sprinkles and salt was second lowest, 2009 and 2010. And blue crab hops up in 2009, strong winds, and striped bass is pretty much low. Basically more random fish going up and down, varying mostly to weather. Here's some basic trends for Nori Point. The sunfish makes his only appearance and is the most popular fish here. And his highest is in 2007 at the second highest salt level, and at his lowest in 2009 at the highest salt level and rainy fog. Banded killfish sort of follows the sunfish pretty much and decreases from 2009 to 2011, and the spot-tail shiner jumps up in 2011, possibly pushed in by Hurricane Irene. And now the second farthest from the sea town, Ulster Landing. Spot-tail shiner is the highest fish here. Highest points are 2008 and 2010, both average salt. Banded killfish makes a hop in 2009 with strong winds. Blue crab is average in 2008, 9, and 10, and it hops up in 2006. I said it was the highest salt. Striped bass went up in 2007, 2009, strong winds, both average salt, and 2013, highest salt, and Hurricane Sandy. Pumpkin seed is moving around. Here's some basic trends for Ulster Landing. When spot-tail shiner increased to its highest in 2008, the salt went down. Maybe spot-tail shiner likes fresh water more. Blue crab is highest when the salt was highest in 2006. And banded killfish makes a big jump in 2009, average salt and strong winds. And now, the town farthest from the salty sea, Green Island. This is a very unpopular town for varieties of fish, 153 miles from the sea. Spot-tail shiner is the only main fish here. Highest points are 2009, strong winds, and 2012 with a population of 250 plus. Missed after a dry summer, both are average salt. And in 2013, banded killfish has an appearance, possibly pushed up by Hurricane Sandy. Water plant Balasnaria, or water celery, was mostly absent post-hurricanes, possibly affecting fish counts upriver. Here are some basic trends for Green Island. Spot-tail shiner is the only main fish at 2009 with strong winds, and 2012 wet mist and rain after dry summer. Both are average salt. It might have gone away in 2013 due to Hurricane Sandy or the Adirondack waterfall. Banded killfish makes a small appearance in 2013, possibly pushed up by Sandy. And lastly, there are hardly any varieties of fish, and it's a very quiet town very far away from the salt ocean. Now we are done reading all of the graphs for the fish populations.